God says, you were created to carry fire. Before you ever carried titles, tasks, or expectations, you carried my breath. Before you were wrapped in culture, opinion, and pressure, you were wrapped in my intention. I did not design you to move through life cold and dim, only surviving days and fulfilling obligations. I formed you in the secret place to be a living flame of my presence on the earth, a carrier of heat and light that does not come from human strength. You were not made to blend into the shadows of fear, comparison, and compromise. You were not made to echo the chill of a world that has grown numb to holiness and hungry for distractions. You were made to burn with a love that cannot be manufactured, a purity that cannot be faked, a courage that cannot be borrowed. When I dreamed of you, I dreamed of one who would not simply watch the fires of others from a distance, but one who would walk with me so closely that my fire would rest upon your life in a recognizable way. In the beginning, I did more than shape your body. I poured into you a capacity to host my spirit. There is room inside you that nothing else can fill. You have tried to occupy that space with recognition, comfort, safety, and human approval. You have tried to feed that ache with busyness, achievements, and the temporary warmth of other people's affection. But that space was not made for those things. It was carved out for fire, for my very life, active within you. There have been seasons where the flame in you felt small, almost invisible. The winds of disappointment, grief, and confusion beat against your heart. People you trusted did not always understand, or stayed only for a short chapter. Doors you thought would open stayed shut. Prayers you whispered seemed to hang unanswered in the air. In those moments you wondered, maybe the fire has gone out. Maybe I misheard God. Maybe I am not meant for anything more than this. But listen to me. I do not abandon the fires I start. I do not walk away from the ones I have chosen and say, the cost is too high, the mess is too much, the weakness is too great. I knew every storm you would walk through when I called you. I knew every failure, every lapse, every day you would feel numb. And still I chose you, not as a spare candle, but as a lamp I intended to keep lit with my own hand. My fire in you is not only for moments of spiritual excitement. It is for the ordinary days, the long stretches of waiting, the quiet acts of obedience when no one is watching. You were created to carry fire into kitchens and classrooms, offices and streets, late-night conversations and early morning decisions. You do not have to stage a spotlight to walk in what I have given you. When you let me burn in you, my presence turns common ground into holy ground. I am not asking you to create fire. I am asking you to surrender to it. The fire is mine. The holiness is mine. The power is mine. You are not responsible to invent a passion you do not feel or manufacture a zeal that impresses people. You are responsible to make room, to clear away distractions that smother the spark, to release offenses that choke the flame, to step away from patterns that continually pour water on what I ignite. You were created to carry fire, but fire changes what it rests on. When you invite me to fill you, I will touch your thinking, your desires, your habits, your relationships, your private conversations with yourself. I will ask for access to anger you have justified, fears you have normalized, compromises you have called small. This is not because I enjoy taking from you. It is because I am making you a steady lamp, not a flickering match that burns out under pressure. I am placing my finger on areas where you have agreed with heaviness. The story that says you are too broken, too late, too inconsistent to carry anything holy. Those agreements are lies. Fire was never given to the flawless. It was entrusted to the willing. Think of how I have worked through fragile vessels from the beginning, people with history, with weakness, with questions, yet hearts that kept turning back to me. I am not surprised by your humanity. I chose you with full knowledge of it. You say, Lord, if I was created to carry fire, why do I often feel cold inside? Why do I feel more like a smoldering wick than a blazing torch? Hear me. Feeling is not the measure of burning. Obedience is. When you reach for me in the quiet, when you choose my ways over convenience, when you speak truth gently in a culture of noise, when you worship with a tired heart, the flame in you grows. It does not always look spectacular, but heaven sees the glow. Right now, as you hear these words, I am breathing on embers inside you. I am reminding your spirit what I have always known. You were not designed for lukewarm living. You were not crafted for a half-hearted yes. There is a reason compromise has tasted bitter, why settling has left you restless, why pretending to be less than you are in me has made you feel cramped and out of place. The reason is simple. You were created to carry fire. And if, as you listen, something in you is stirring and saying, "This is mine, this is my calling, I was made to burn for God," then pause with me. Let this be a marked moment between us. And if this word confirms what I am already awakening in you, I invite you, with a sincere and willing heart, to like, comment, share this message with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you can keep walking with these prophetic declarations as I continue to speak to the fire I placed in you. I am teaching you that carrying fire is not the same as chasing feelings. You have experienced seasons where the atmosphere was charged, where my presence felt tangible, where worship seemed effortless. Those moments were real, and I delighted to meet you there. But I am also with you in the quiet, in the routines that feel unimpressive, in the daily faithfulness that no one applauds. Fire is not only the sudden blaze, it is the slow, steady burn of a heart that refuses to turn away. I am calling you out of agreement with smallness. You have spoken over yourself words like, "I am just this," "I am only that," "I am not like them," "I do not have what it takes." You have used humility as a cover for disbelief. True humility does not deny what I can do through a surrendered life. It simply recognizes that the power belongs to me. You were created to carry fire, not to hide in corners and apologize for existing. I am not asking you to become someone else. I am asking you to become fully who I envisioned when I said your name. The design I placed in you includes tenderness and strength, contemplation and action, listening and speaking. Fire does not erase your nuance, it energizes it. As you grow in me, you will discover that the facets of your personality you once resented or hid are often the very channels through which my fire flows to others. You were created to carry fire, not as a solitary spectacle, but as part of a larger story. I am igniting many across the earth, some whose names you know, many you will never hear of. Together you form a constellation of light in a darkened world. Do not despise your portion because it looks different from someone else's. A candle in a dark room can change everything. A single burning heart in a cold environment can alter the atmosphere more than you realize. Child, let these words sink past your doubts and into your core. You were made for this, not for perfection, but for presence. Not for performance, but for partnership. I did not put you here merely to keep rules and endure time. I put you here to walk with me, to host my spirit, to reflect my nature, to carry my fire. When you forget, come back to this truth. When you feel disqualified, bring me your reasons and let me answer them with my choice. I am faithful to tend what I entrust. I am the one who trims the wick, who adds the oil, who shields the flame when winds rise suddenly. I am not asking you to protect the fire by yourself. I am asking you to stay close to me. Talk to me through the day. Bring me the places where the flame feels threatened. Your fatigue, your fears, your temptations, your questions. There is no part of you I am unwilling to meet. Every honest turning toward me is an open window for my breath. You were created to carry fire, and I am not changing my mind. I am not withdrawing my calling because of your stumbles. I am not rewriting your story around your lowest moments. I redeem, I restore, I reignite. There are fresh measures of my presence I long to place in your life, not for spectacle, but for transformation. As you yield, I will increase. As you trust, I will deepen. As you obey, I will extend the reach of what I burn in you. So stand where you are, just as you are, and respond to me. You do not need perfect words. You do not need a flawless history. You need a willing heart. Tell me again that you are available. Hand me your fears about being too much or not enough. Lay down your pictures of how you think this should look. Let me be the one who defines what it means for you to carry fire in this season. God says, you were created to carry fire. You are not an accident. You are not an afterthought. You are not a dim star barely hanging on. You are my chosen vessel, designed to host my living flame. As you walk with me, as you learn to rest in me, as you keep saying yes, even with shaking hands, you will discover this truth written in the deepest parts of your being. You come fully alive when my fire burns within you, and through your surrendered life, many cold hearts will feel my warmth again.